Welcome back to our All Booked Up episode. We are here with author J.L. Hyde. I wanted to ask you about the books that you have. Tia mentioned that you have 9 books out. I know I did some research here and there to see, about it. You have a series, Grady Lake, Secrets of Grady, and Ghosts of Grady. What inspired that series? What, can you give us a little bit more detail about that for people who may not have read the whole series?
Absolutely. So Grady Lake, although it's a fictional town, I kind of based it, so in the middle of the Hiawatha National Forest, kind of close to Round Lake. That's where we all grew up going. And I thought, what if Round Lake was kind of a year-round home with a school and with a population that lived there all year, and then threw in some murder. And it's become my best-selling, as of last month, it overtook Delta County as my best-selling books. So.
Wow. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just saying, I just find it really interesting that these murder mystery stories take place in the Upper Peninsula, because for those folks that aren't from the Upper Peninsula, they have no idea that it's like
doesn't happen here.
It's like the nicest place ever.
Yes. Yeah, and I think that's why the books have resonated with so many people, because it's so unexpected. And the beginning of the books are very relatable, because we do live pretty quiet lives up here, and things like that don't happen often. So I think that's why it's been so much fun to write those twists.
It is really quiet up here, though.
Yeah.
The month that I've been here.
No, I have a question from a reader. They would like to know, why is Escanaba, aka Delta County, a place that inspires you to write books? What's there that isn't elsewhere?
Oh, well, I think you have to visit to really understand how special it is. But much like the main character in my book, Delta County, I had a little tragedy. My mother passed away very unexpectedly my senior year of high school, and Delta County kind of became a sad place that I wanted to escape. And once I left, I just realized how special it was there. So that's kind of what inspired Delta County, is just coming home and realizing you can build a new life with new memories, even if the reason you left wasn't so great.
And since we're talking about Delta County, there could be an exciting film adaptation of the novel.
So the film rights were optioned, which is so exciting. All I know is they're currently pitching it as a 10-part miniseries. They've hired a screenwriter, and other than that, I pretty much stay out of it. I just keep my fingers crossed and hope for the best, but wouldn't that be so exciting for everybody in the Upper Peninsula if they came here to film?
Oh, that would be so exciting. And to see our area represented on the screen like that. I can just picture it on Netflix right now, winning Emmys.
Wouldn't that be the dream?
Me as the star actor. No,
absolutely, let's manifest that.
I'm kidding, but I would love to see that happen. And I can imagine this is something, you didn't think you'd be a best-selling author. I'm sure this dream was not even on the radar.
When the producer first emailed me, I thought it was like a catfish situation, and I almost didn't respond. And something made me Google him, and so I did, and his partner, and I realized they were legitimate filmmakers.
Yeah.
So thank goodness I responded. And it's been a crazy couple years since they optioned the rights. They just renewed them, so they have the rights through the end of this year as well. So fingers crossed, they were able to sell the project.
Love to see that develop.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I have not read Delta County, but I hear it's like a good mystery and a lot of things. I did some research, and I think one of the main character, Heather, correct? She went to like a high school reunion and then met up with somebody, but then that person died accidentally.
Or suspiciously.
Or suspiciously, you never know.
You never know.
This would definitely be a good series. Well, would you want this to be a movie or like a TV show where it's like multiple episodes?
I would be happy with anything, but since they started laying it out like a miniseries, that really excites me. And they told me, it would maybe be like a Mayor of Easttown vibe, that kind of like dark murder mystery, and I love it. But no matter what they want to do, I would just be overjoyed if it gets made.
Kind of reminds me of like Riverdale, the TV show Riverdale.
Yeah,
where it's like a bunch of like mysterious things that go on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say, when I got to the final page of Delta County, I went like, I didn't see it coming.
Well, thank you. I get a lot of 2 a.m. emails when people finish it.
Yeah. I immediately went on to, I couldn't even wait for the bookstores to open the next day. I had to go on to Amazon Kindle and get the ebook for summer of '99, because I know that's not a sequel but they kind of converge with the sequel.
And then, yes, Midnight in Delta County is a sequel that ties them together.
Yeah.
So you can read Delta County and Summer of '99 in any order, but Midnight ties them together.
And so I thought that was a super cool thing. Do a lot of your stories kind of tie together like that, or are they standalone?
No, most of them are standalone. It's just that kind of became a series, and then the Grady Lake series, but everything else is a standalone. And the one that I'm writing now is also a standalone.
So I wanted to ask you about that, since most of your books are standalone, but most of them are based in the Upper Peninsula or in Wisconsin. But in your debut book, The Underground, that was setting in Oklahoma City. So what about that? Like, why did you change the setting for your debut album and the rest of them are now in the Upper Peninsula or in Wisconsin?
So I was actually living in Oklahoma City at the time, and that's where I got the inspiration to write the book. And I had always dreamt of writing future stories up here, but yeah, that first one was just kind of inspired by my current environment. And they really do have underground tunnels in Oklahoma City with stores and restaurants and things. And I went down there and thought, this could be so creepy. You know? This could be a book. So that's what inspired me.
Well, you mentioned the book that you're currently writing. I would like to pick up on that. We have to take another commercial break, but we'll talk about what's in store for you when we return.